Hello everyone, I'm Janeda. In this video, we will be talking about the new SCR update, which is version 1.10.4. Wake up, there's no update. Where have they been? Anyways, we have no updates to review this time as the weekly updates have stopped for some reason, but there were stuff that is happening behind the scenes since the last update, which will be discussed in this video. I will also talk about the possible upcoming new features that hasn't been released and what's next in SCR. Let's go all the way back to May 16th, where the bug affects the game that time, which are trains falling through the map after closing its doors. I have talked about this before, but let's do a recall and discuss further. This is where BanTech has posted on Twitter regarding this, which plans to fix the bug along with the new movement system for trains. But for some reason, the train bug was fixed by itself. The new movement system will still happen however, which comes with different features. Moving on to May 20th, where BanTech states that the throttle and brake could simulate better, and option to control them directly in the future. The new UI for the game will be interesting and exciting, because the current UI has been the same since version 1.0, the big update, which is back in 2018. A new UI that will roll out piece by piece for the rest of the game, the first being the driving HUD, with an additional 3 modes, full, minimal, and hidden. The game will also have remade doors, where passengers can manually open or close individual doors. This makes the feature realistic and interesting for the gameplay. For example, if the train is ready to depart with some doors are open and some doors are closed, the driver will basically close the remaining doors. Guards can also select which doors to be local, meaning guards can choose and select one of the doors to be local. Which leads me to these questions. What will happen to guarding procedures, especially with dispatchers? Will it affect the positions for dispatchers? Can guards select the first door as their local door, which makes the dispatcher's position on the back? This is another interesting feature for the gameplay. Aside from that, trains will render locally, meaning they won't use Roblox physics or system anymore. This is to prevent bugs like flinging and trains falling through the map. Additionally, trains will render locally to optimize the game. Another interesting feature will be the simple control mode, where you are not required to control the throttle or brake. Instead, you set a desired speed and it varies them itself to reach that speed. After this post, it became silent, except the new movement system. But these are signs that will possibly release for version 1.11. But as of now, I have no idea if these features I just mentioned will be implemented. Let's talk about the pantograph feature, which has been sitting there being unused since then. In theory, this feature might be functional in version 1.11. because we see a train that uses third rail being removed from the game, the Class 465, which has been replaced with Class 365 that uses pantograph. Moving on to November 1st, a day that BanTech resigns from the Innovation Director role due to his main goals being completed. He also mentioned upcoming new things, several new trains releasing, which is done for now, a new service for the community, which will hopefully be released to the public very soon, a new version of TrainerBot, which has been released, and a new train movement system along with HUD, which I am excited about. Along with this announcement, there will be 2 new developers, one being a technical lead, Jason, and one being a Luau developer, which we'll talk about soon. Moving on to November 25th, where the version 1.10.13 update has been released. Another possible feature is where we can manually display the destination. This starts with having a destination indicator controller, with instructions on how to use the destination control. This sign can be found on the Class 158 tab. On November 30, Jason announced strategies to improve development insights. This announcement emphasizes the commitment to making SCR deeply immersive. They recognize the significance of clear communication and development updates. They are excited to unveil a roadmap feature soon, aiming to enhance transparency and foster a closer relationship with players. It stressed that while the roadmap outlines goals, release dates aren't fixed and plans may change. Later on, there is another announcement on behalf of our new WoW developer, James, also known as the Muted Sorcery. He introduces himself as the new WoW gameplay engineer at SCR. He's recently joined and is eager to engage with the community, sharing his diverse experience in Roblox development, as well as his role as a degree apprentice in network and software engineering for a telecom firm in the UK. He's collaborating on a technical roadmap and plans to bring a realistic yet optimistic approach. Personally, he's a music enthusiast, particularly fond of alt-rock bands like Set It Off and Voila. He's looking forward to collaborating with us. Additionally, the engagement manager role is back, introducing two new engagement managers, Atom and Vault, which announces their journey through SCR from start until their current position, along with hoping to basically engage with us. And last announcement here regarding personal information. Use common sense, guys. Don't share your personal information anywhere in public. Simple. Overall, we have seen a lot of signs that SCR will improve again, as we have seen sneak peek features, new developers, and other stuff. For now, SCR had no updates for a few weeks, but something big might happen anytime soon. If you find this helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe as well. Have a good day and goodbye.